This is gonna make me look like I have no neck, isn't it? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have a favourites video for you today. I want to share with you a couple of beauty products, a couple of foodie bits, one item of clothing because I'm not buying very much at the moment, and some Netflix faves and a YouTube channel that I have been really enjoying. So if you want to see what I've been loving this month, then stay tuned. So first up, I caved and I joined Beauty Pie. I have been umming and ahhing about this for so long, but I've seen a few people that I follow on Instagram lately sign up to Beauty Pie. If you're not familiar, which I'm sure you are, but if you haven't seen it, it's like a monthly subscription to a beauty product website, and I'll leave some information for you to go and have a read. You basically pay a monthly fee of £5, £10 or £20 that then gives you an allowance to spend on the website, and you can get some really good high-end products for a fraction of what you would pay for similar brands. I did a lot of research before I finally went for it, just to see if it's actually worth the monthly commitment in terms of cost, and that the products are actually as good as they claim to be. And from what I've read and the research I've done, mostly through Caroline Hirons, because she's the first place I go if I want to research skincare, she seemed to rate quite a few of their products. So based on her opinion, I went for it. So there were a couple of products that really stood out to me as being particularly good, and ones I would definitely repurchase. So I'm going to share those with you today. The first one is this cleanser, and it's the Japan Fusion Pure Transforming Cleanser. Now, I'm quite fussy when it comes to cleansers. I don't like ones that foam up too much because I feel like they're quite stripping of my skin. I don't like them to leave too oily a residue either, and I want them to remove eye makeup because I can't be bothered with two-step cleansing, which I know isn't great. I know I should do that, but the reality is that I don't. So I like to use a cleanser that will take off my mascara and also leave my skin feeling comfortable, not dry or squeaky. You know, that awful kind of squeaky feeling you can get from some cleansers. I hate that. Previous to this, I was using the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser, which I love, and I would say that I like this equally, but what tips it slightly for me is that this is far better at removing makeup. This will take off waterproof mascara with no issue whatsoever, whereas the Glossier one would always leave residue on my lashes, which I couldn't shift using just the cleanser. So the Glossier one I prefer in terms of the scent. This has a really interesting consistency. It's kind of cream that goes to a gel when you rub it, and then into an oil when you put it onto your skin. It's really nourishing. My skin feels really hydrated and comfortable after using it. As I said, it removes all my makeup with no trouble at all. So this cleanser was £6, which I think is a really good price. Obviously, you do have to pay your £10 a month baseline every month for your membership, but then the products are so reasonable on top of that. So the reason I justified it to myself when I went for it was I needed a few new products all in one go, and you only have to commit to 3 months. So I thought, if I manage to restock everything that I need within those 3 months, and they are all so cheap, then it actually works out probably more reasonable than restocking all of my more expensive products. Sounds complicated, but it made sense in my head. So this was £6. It's really, really good. This one I would say does live up to the hype. The ones I haven't, I'll come on to the other ones I like next, but the ones I'm still on the fence about are, and I have to remember their names because I don't have them in front of me, but there's another Japan Fusion one, which is a prep lotion, and I enjoy using it. It smells nice, it feels nice on my skin, but I'm not 100% sold on what it actually does. It's supposed to help your skin to absorb whatever you put on after it, so your serums and your moisturizers, etc. I don't know, if I use it in the morning, I feel it leaves my skin quite oily after a couple of hours, so I apply makeup on top as I normally would, and I feel like it makes my skin produce more oil, I guess. I'm not sure whether it's residue from the product or what, I'm not 100% sure. So that I enjoy using, but I'm not convinced about what it does for me. Then there's also a hand cream, a retinol hand cream, which I'm using every night, and I'm really conscious of my hands being really dry because I wash them so frequently with the dog and the baby and nappies and blah blah. So I wash my hands a lot, so I'm looking for my holy grail hand cream, and that is just a specific night one, and it is good, but I haven't been using it for long enough to tell you if it's making a real difference. And there was a product that I got free with a promotion code when I joined, which were plant drops. They're like a serum. Again, they're nice to use, but I'm not 100% convinced of what they're doing for my skin. So I will use them for a bit longer and feedback on those. But the next product from them that I really do like and I think is making a difference is this Super Retinol Cream. Now this is a night renewal moisturizer. It includes vitamin C, which is something my sister has told me. She's a skincare guru, literally. Her Instagram handle is Skincare Guru Wales. She is, she's been a facialist and an expert in skincare and skin for a long time. So I'll leave her Instagram for you actually if you want to go and look. She shares some good tips and things on there. So yeah, little plug for my sister. But she told me that I need to start using vitamin C. So I did some research, looked into vitamin C products on Beauty Pie, and I also am keen to use retinol. This I feel does make a difference to my skin. It feels and looks better in the morning. When I wake up, I can see a visible difference. Let's see what it says it's supposed to do. Brightening, smoothing, potent anti-aging. Can't comment on the anti-aging claim, but definitely brightening and smoothing, yes. I can feel that and see the difference the following morning, and I've been using this for well over a month. So this is one I would repurchase and I feel is worth the money, and I'm gonna have to look up how much all these products are now, aren't I? This one was £8.96, which I really honestly feel like it's comparable to a moisturizer I was using, which was upwards of £50, if not closer to 60 or 70. So for £8.96, under £10, I really think it's got to be worth a shot. See if it agrees with you, if this is the kind of product you are on the lookout for. I have certainly got on with it so far anyway. I'm just noticing as I'm chatting to you, I can see in the viewfinder that it's got really dark. It's one of those horrible days where 1 minute it's nice and bright and the next minute it is chucking it down. So I'm sorry about that. I don't want to stop and get my lights out in the middle of the video. So hopefully the lights behind me are brightening things up a little bit. So the final Beauty Pie product that I wanted to tell you about, and I'm really pleased that I'm pleased with this because I was on the fence about ordering it. It's one of the recent ones. I think I got it just a week or so ago. It is one of the fragrances from Beauty Pie. I'm a massive fan of Jo Malone. I'm not, however, a massive fan of the price tag. I know you get what you pay for and it's lovely to receive as a gift, but I would really struggle to buy myself a large bottle of Jo Malone perfume because it's just so expensive. I feel like I wouldn't want to spend that on myself, whereas if my husband bought it for me, obviously, gratefully received. So I'm always on the lookout for a unique perfume that is more affordable, and this so far is ticking all the boxes for me. This is the Brazilian Lime Fig Leaves and Tea scent, and it is just so nice. It's so different. It's quite citrusy. I definitely get the fig from it, which is what I was excited for. I love any fig based scents. It's not as fig full as something like Diptyque, which is a classic favorite of mine, but again, really expensive, but I can detect it enough to make me like it, if that makes any sense. All the reviews that I'd seen of this were that the scent is lovely, people loved it, were really pleased with it, but that it didn't last on the skin. Now that put me off a little bit because there's nothing worse than spraying your perfume on in the morning and then not being able to smell it half an hour later. This definitely doesn't have the lasting power of some other more expensive scents that I have tried over the years. However, my thinking on this is so cheap. This, I think, was £13. It was definitely under 15, and I don't mind dousing myself in this multiple times a day for that price, because I figure for £15 or £13, whatever it is, I will apply it every couple of hours without any problem. Whereas with my Jo Malone, I will use it more sparingly because it costs so much. So I don't know, I feel like, yes, it doesn't last as well, but for £13, I don't really expect it to. And to be fair, I can still smell it. I sprayed this about 2 hours ago. I can still smell it. And because I'm using it more freely, I'm literally spraying it in my hair, on my clothes, up and down my arms, and I've been using it for a little while and I've barely made a dent. I don't know, I'm really happy with it. I know some people expected more. Maybe they will tweak the formula slightly because they've had that feedback, and then it will last longer on the skin, which will be even better. So far for me, I love the scent. The lasting power is acceptable for me because I'm literally bathing in it, and yeah, I think for £13 this is an absolute winner, and I'm really, really pleased with it. Next up, I'm going to share a fashion favourite, and I said, I think in my last video, I've hardly bought anything lately. For me, the kids have needed new clothes. Marnie has grown. She needs a whole new autumn winter wardrobe, which I've been kind of buying bits and pieces here and there. We're also going on holiday in October this month, so the kids have needed some bits and pieces for that. So for me, there's been nothing, and I've been window shopping longingly on the Zara website, just wishing that I had more money to buy some clothes. But anyway, this is something that I bought back about midway through the summer because I saw someone wear it on Instagram and I thought it would be really handy at this time of year, and it is. It is this denim, is it a maxi skirt if it's denim? I guess it is. I always think of maxi skirts as more floaty, but it's a long length denim, acid wash, button through skirt. Sounds rank, actually is brilliant. It's such a nice alternative to jeans. It's comfortable, it just makes an outfit look a little bit more exciting than jeans. It goes with boots. I wore it with sandals over the summer. I wear it with trainers. I just feel like it's been a really good buy. It's by the brand Reclaimed Vintage. I got it from ASOS. It wasn't all that expensive. I think £28 rings a bell. If it's still available, I'll link it or something similar. But at the moment, I'm wearing it a lot with trainers and chunky jumpers like this. It looks good with a leather jacket, with t-shirts, you name it. You could dress it up with heels or ankle boots. I just think it's a really nice transitional, check me out with my fancy fashion words, transitional piece for this time of year, and I've enjoyed wearing it a lot. I have to mention this next item, which is for Marnie, because it's quite possibly the cutest thing I've ever bought for her, and I'm obsessed. It's this coat from Next. I saw this on the website and I don't think I've ever bought anything quicker. She needed a winter coat. She was actually wearing last winter one of Merin's hand-me-downs, which I don't think I can get away with for another winter, bless her. So she needed her own new winter coat. This is just gorgeous. It's this lovely mustard color with these furry, fleecy polka dots. It's got a lovely soft lining. It has these lovely wooden buttons. It was really affordable, I think £20, thereabouts. Again, I'll link it for you. She looks so cute in it, and I can't wait to see her in it all winter. Two foodie favorites. The first is this chocolate, which I'm not even gonna pretend has got anything in it. It's completely empty. I smashed this last night and the night before. It is the Aldi salted pretzel chocolate. I saw Charlotte Taylor talking about this. Within 2 days, I'd been to Aldi and got it for myself. It's so good. It's basically my perfect chocolate bar. I love the combination of salty with the chocolate, and yeah, it's amazing. And I don't think it's very expensive. It's Aldi, so it's probably about £1. It kind of reminds me of those, you know, the Flips chocolate coated pretzels. Yeah, it's really, really good. So definitely worth a look if you're into that kind of thing. My next favorite is a little bit random, but I wanted to include it because for the past 5 or 6 years, I've been buying Nespresso pods from Nespresso for our Nespresso machine. How many times can I say Nespresso? And they're not cheap. And in that time, I've looked for alternatives, but they've always fallen a bit short, and I've never really enjoyed them as much as the Nespresso pods. And then I think, well, I'd rather pay a little bit more and have a really good cup of coffee than not. So I've always continued to buy the Nespresso ones, even though they're not cheap, until I found these. And these are just as good, if not better, than some of the Nespresso pods that I've ordered in the past. And they are the L'OR Espresso Onyx Intensity 12. And that bit's important because I have tried the other ones in the same range, which are not as strong and they're not as good. These ones are the bee's knees. These are really good, strong, flavorful, good coffee. I have these on a repeat order from Amazon, so they come every month and they are at least half the price, if not slightly cheaper than the equivalent amount from Nespresso, and they are, in my opinion, just as good. Last up is a Netflix favorite and a YouTube favorite, the two things I've loved watching this month. The first one on Netflix, Travels with My Father. If you haven't watched this series, you just go now, turn this off, go and watch it. It's so funny. It's Jack Whitehall. I'm sure you're all familiar with it, but for those who aren't, he basically goes traveling with his father. It's just one of those programs that makes me smile. It's so easy to watch. The latest series, they were in LA and I think they went to Vegas as well. There's Boo. Hi, Boo. Yeah, it's just a great, funny, easy to watch TV show. If you haven't watched it, highly recommend it. I love it. My YouTube favorite this month, aside from anything to do with Disney World, we're going in a couple of weeks now. It's hardly any time at all, so I've been a little bit obsessed with watching people's Disney vlogs. So honorable mention to Catnip, which I wasn't going to include as my favorite, but she's just sprung into my head. But she is a graphic designer and she does tutorials and things on YouTube, so she has a great YouTube channel, but she does Disney vlogs every so often as well, which are just a joy to watch. They're lovely, so I will link her channel for you. Aside from Disney vlogs, I have loved watching Shane Dawson's new Jeffree Star, Beautiful World of Jeffree Star series. I love Jeffree Star. I think he's just the most entertaining person. I'm fascinated by him. I think he's amazing, and I love the last series that Shane did with him. This one so far has been brilliant. I've loved it. I've watched both parts, thoroughly enjoyed them. I love Shane. I could watch him all day. I just think he's so entertaining, as do over 10 million other people. Clearly I'm not sharing anything groundbreaking here, but that is something I've really enjoyed watching on YouTube this month. So those are a few of my favorite things from the last month or so. I hope you enjoyed hearing about them. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If my channel was one of your favorite things in the month of September and you haven't subscribed yet, then please do hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you stick around. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.